So hello, my name is Daniel Gishure. I'm a student at ISEC pursuing a master's in information management system. So I want to do a video on or a series of videos on money laundering. It's an area that I have been looking at. So uh, money laundering is the process where you want to introduce illegally illegal funds into the normal financial systems. So that's the basics of it. The way you do it, mostly the illegal funds or the illegal businesses that happen so that you can get these funds is called a predicate offense. So some of them are, for example, corruption. You have sold drugs or illegal products like firearms. So that money you get from there, or maybe even human trafficking. So the money you get from that transaction or processes or business, that is called illegal funds, or it's money laundering. So there are three processes that happen so that you can do these illegal processes. It's through, there is a stage called placement, and then after that, after placement, we have rearing, and also we have integration. So these are the processes that normally these criminals or these people use so that they can introduce the money into the normal financial systems, and they can use that money as like they disguise that money so that it can seem as legal, like a normal transaction or a normal business. So they can even buy, for example, a hotel or some property somewhere which have very high cash intensive businesses, for example, real estate. But this money buys this product and then they sell that product. So the proceeds of this money or this property that have been sold is from the source of it is from an illegal business. So for placement, which is the first stage, is where you want to introduce the money to the financial system. This can be done through cash deposits. That's one of the processes they do, where you introduce the money you deposit that money, or you do wire transfer to other countries, or you introduce that money in countries where maybe they have a weak AML framework. So like some of the countries have been mentioned. That's how you introduce the money. And then after introducing the money, you do rearing, where you disconnect as much as possible from the source of these funds, where you got these funds from. So it's through where money transfers mostly is done. Then maybe buying businesses, like you can buy a business and then the proceeds of that business will go through the same processes. Maybe you do cargo transportation or invoices, so you inflate the prices of these invoices. So, and then after that you do integration. Integration is the last process, where now the money that you have invested in a particular business, which this business you invested illegal money in this business, then because now customers are buying products from that business, or you have sold that business, that money goes through the normal financial systems, and then you are able to receive back or integrate your money. You disguise the money in a legal way, but the source of that fund is from a illegal process. The reason why people do launder money is because it gives them freedom. They can be able to use that money for their own processes or their own life, in terms of buying their own apartments, buying their own cars, and buying property. So it makes them have that freedom without that fear of being caught or being their money being confiscated. Also, they do it because they want to build consistency of this business, of this illegal business. So it's a way of how do we ensure that even after we do this illegal business, we can that consistency of this illegal business, it can continue on. So that's some of the reasons why they carry out or this money laundering process. So tomorrow we'll go through. So the main points here is what is money laundering and the stages which I have mentioned. There is placement, layering, and also we have integration. Then the last part of it, we have spoken about the motivation, where one of the motivations is to have freedom of the money, and also to build this consistency of the business, of the legal business, to continue and drive. Yes.